is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Bubbaville Bassin. In today's video, we have a special package we're going to be unboxing and installing, which y'all probably know what that is. I've only been talking about it for 2 to 3 weeks straight. We do have a special guest on the channel that is here to stay. We got old Shinbone. If y'all haven't seen Shinbone before, he is the OG fishing guest of the channel. We have hubs for the boat trailer, and we have fresh tires, and we are going to apply them to the new axle that we installed a couple weeks ago with Walter. Thank you, buddy, for helping me install that awesome axle. So without further ado, if you're new here, please hit that like and subscribe button. And I'm going to leave y'all with a graphic on this screen right here, just to give y'all a little glimpse of what is to come. So, you got anything to add, Shinbone?
No, other than stay blessed. Be happy, keep your eyes open, your head up high. That's it.
That is a very good message. Always keep your eye on Jesus and nothing else, and you will be set to the right path. So, without further ado, we're going to get to unboxing this stuff. I was going to call it junk, but that right there, my friends, is junk. So, alright, so Shinbone has the unboxing covered for y'all, so he's going to explain what's in there and what size it is and all that stuff. He pretty much has a good handle on all that stuff in that box.
Yeah, alright folks, look, we had to get new hubs for the axle because he bought a new axle for the trailer. The old one was bent like a banana. The old axle was just garbage.
I call it a boomerang.
Yeah, boomerang, whatever you want to call it, but it was junk. Well, we had new axles. We have new bearing buddy caps, new inner and outer bearings, new hubs, which are 5 by 4.5. And we are going to be putting them together and getting this thing on the road. Came with all the lug nuts, of course.
Brand new lug nuts.
Brand new lug nuts. And bearing covers for the outside. We're going to be ready to rock and roll here soon.
And also this kit comes with 2 different bearing sizes.
Yes, it comes with a 1-inch ID and another package with 1 1/16 ID. So we needed a 1-inch ID, and that's what we're going to use.
Explain what ID means for them.
ID is inside diameter, where your spline would go through it. Of course, OD would be the outside diameter of your hub, which would be the ID of your hub. The OD of the bearing is the ID of the hub. We're going to be going.
Huh?
And it's done.
Do what?
I said we're going to be going and getting this done. Pull this bad boy. There you go. Wow. Alright folks, we are here today. We are going to be replacing bearings and hubs for the trailer. The axle was replaced last week or so. We don't have marine grease right now, but we are going to be using this blaster grease. It's used for all certain types of hubs. It doesn't matter if it's agricultural, boat, four-wheelers, cars, anything. It's a multi-grease. We're going to start this process by going to the back of our hub. You have the front of the hub, which of course have the lugs sticking out the front. We're going to go to the back of our hub, and we're going to start with 1 bearing and 1 race cover.
And both bearings are the same size.
Both bearings are the same size. It's 1 inch, 1 inch inside bearing, 1 inch outside bearing on the hub itself. You want to get some of this grease. I don't have any gloves right now, so this is going to be a little bit.
It's alright. If y'all don't have gloves and you put grease on your hands, WD-40 takes it right off.
Yeah. You want to get these bearings good and gooped up with grease. That's what you want to do. And see how you got a ring on the outside here that you can see air between? You want to get grease inside of those bearings so you get them nice and greased up. I'm slowly taking little bits of it and cutting it into the outside. I'm going to flip the bearing over and make sure that there's some on the inside of that ring. We're going to take this bearing and set this over here to the side, which will be fine. We're going to take this outer cap. This is the seal. The bearing is going to go On the back side of the hub, you'll have the back side of the lugs. The lugs will be facing out. You want the back side of the lugs to be facing your face when you put this bearing in. All right. There is a chamfered edge in here. It is angled on the inside of the hub right here. It goes on the inside. That bearing is shaped the same exact way. You want to take that and the chamfer, the same chamfer, and lay it in the hole. But remember, like I said, put plenty of grease on the bearings. You do not want dry bearings. You want to set this in the hole and get it in there as flat as you can. Just like so. A little bit of grease in this cap. You don't need a terrible lot, but you like to put some in it because it's got a rubber seal on the inside that keeps water and moisture from getting to the inside of the bearing. Just a little bit here. I'll just put a thin coating in there. Then you can just take your excess, put it right down on the paper, like that. So that's ready for the next one. Make sure the inside of here is greased pretty well. Take this here and set this down. Then you want to drive this cap in evenly with a rubber mallet. If you do not have a rubber mallet, you can use a steel hammer, but you need a block of wood so you do not damage the race cover. Well, the seal cap. I need a paper towel right quick.
Handy dandy shop towel box.
Yeah, that's right. You know what's even better, folks, than shop towels? Generic baby wipes. They work great.
WD-40 works pretty good too.
Well, I'm talking about just on the go like this. WD-40 does cut the grease off of you.
And diesel fuel.
That is in there. You want to take and tap this down. Alright. That is all the way in there. Make sure it's level and flush. All the way around. I try to wipe the excess off so I don't keep on getting the grease everywhere, so I don't have an uncontrollable mess. But as you see, if you look across the face here, you can see the deck cap is pretty well flat here. I think I might need to drive it down just a tad bit on this side, but you want to make sure it's flat with that. All right, there we go. We're gonna flip this over. Repeat the same process. Preferable to have gloves because some of the, to be honest with you, I'm just going to give you a little warning. Sometimes this machine metal around the edge here can be very sharp. Like punched metal, any kind of punched metal that comes from a factory can be very sharp. I don't know if you've dealt with it or not, if stuff like that before, but with mechanic work and stuff like that, you will tend to find that metal, machined metal, is very sharp on the edges. Roll this back and forth and get this all gobbed up on here.
I saw something where somebody put their finger in the bearing hole and spun the bearing.
You can do that too. Yeah, you can take and these are pretty good sized bearings, so you know what I mean. But I want to take and
No, like where they actually spun it to get the grease moving around.
oh yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Take it and go like this.
That's just another technique, but
Yeah.
you don't have to do it because it'll do it to itself if you have enough grease in there. But,
Alright.
you know.
That's right. I'm gonna be throwing this cardboard away. So
Here you go.
I'm good, brother. I appreciate it. Get a little of this off right here. Take and put this bearing. Remember, chamfer it inside, angled. Put the bearing in with the angle going down with it. Of course, it won't go in any other way. All right, now I am going to take a little bit of grease here still. This box is clean, so we are not picking up filth and grit. You do not want to get grit in any of this, especially if it's going in behind the seal going towards the bearing. A little bit of sand and grit and stuff in there gets in there, it'll tear the bearings up, lock the bearings up, and you will have to be doing this process over again in about 6 months, if not less.
Or your boat could be on the side of the road and
that's right.
Your stuff could get stolen, blah, 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 you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, us fishermen have all this fancy, nice gear that people love to steal, so.
I am actually going to pack a little bit more grease in there. I'm going to pack that up. Me personally, I do this for my own personal reference. You can or you cannot if you don't want to. This is only for my personal reference. All right. Get that all worked around in there. All right. Of course, a good majority of that is going to push out when it is done. Take and push it in there and get it in evenly. Now, that is set like so. That is done.
You don't have to tap that in at all?
It's all the way down. That's where I should go. As far as I can tell.
She had a little bit of squish to it.
Yeah, well, the bearing buddy also caps over top of it. It keeps it from it coming out. All right, folks. Now your hub assembly is ready to go on the spline. You want to back this nut off.
That is a castle nut.
Yep, castle nut. See how it has these forks in here that are in between? You are to turn the nut tight until set amount of torque. We're going to find out what the torque is supposed to be set on these. And then right here, there's a pinhole that lines up on your spline. This nut needs to fall where that pinhole is in one of these gaps. So your cotter pin can go all the way through the hole, through the pinhole, come out the bottom, and come out through another gap in the actual castle nut. Then you take the two split ends, you split it, and you put one side and one side to lock it in.
And we'll show you that once we get to the fine detail of showing that, because it's kind of hard to see it when you don't have the hub on.
Now, there we are, folks. We are ready to rock and roll. Just making it easier to go on like that. I'm spinning it at the same time as I'm turning it on. A little bit we should be getting close to getting to a hole. I'm gonna put this sucker on there. I don't know if y'all can really see that hole or not, but it's right there. And then it comes down through here, through the bottom. Take and give it a look. Just like that. And your pin's gonna drop out of the bottom. You wanna take in. I'm gonna put the flathead right on there.
I'm going to take this flathead and shove one side, open it up just a tad bit, take this channel out, like this, go like this, put the whole thing on it, and I'm here.
All right, folks. When after you have the cotter pin installed, you want to get your bearing buddy cap. This saves your bearings. Make sure you put these on your trailer. I know a lot of people are like, I don't want to put them on there because I want to be able to access here and see what's going on. But I'm telling you, these will save your tail. You can buy a little bit different ones that have an actual grease fitting on the end of them. They have a grease zerk that's built on the end of the rubber cap. So you can take a grease gun and service your hubs every trip you go out if you want to.
However, the grease zerks can push dirt into your
Yes.
bearings,
Yes,
so
they can.
I'd rather keep it clean and take it off and clean it and then re-grease it again.
What I'm gonna do, folks, is I'm gonna put some grease inside of this cap. Just like this. Get a little bit more. There we go. There we go. I suggest people to use gloves. We just didn't have any today, and we're very excited about getting the bearings back on the trailer.
And also, I used all my gloves at work, greasing
Because
big
we're really
excavators.
excited about getting fish on the channel.
That was kind of
It's kind of cringy, but you know what? I know they can't wait to see us catching fish and put it on the channel too. Am I right? Am I right?
oh, you're wrong, dude.
Nah. Nah.
No, you're definitely wrong.
All right. I'll tell you what. Y'all leave a comment down below and let us know if I'm right about y'all want to see fish, or if he's right about y'all don't want to see any fish. Leave a comment down below. And for real, make sure you hit the notification button so you can find out when we're going fishing next. Because you know what? We're not going to tell you. We're just putting these bearings on now.
Yeah, we're just going to keep the boat in the garage for the rest of the year.
That's right.
No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, y'all will have to figure out when we're going to go fishing next. So
That's right.
hit that like and subscribe button.
I'm not getting it completely set exactly right, and it doesn't want the bearing body to go on. Why is this not wanting to go on? There's she going. You see how I'm spinning that as I'm going around? You shouldn't be really hitting it ball face like that, but as y'all just saw, I put a block of wood on it and I cannot get it to seat. So I am going to watch my seam all the way around between my bearing buddy lip and my hub lip assembly. Barely go around and tap.
Block of wood.
There we go. We're seated.
Oh yeah, by the way, Steve's bleeding like a stuck pig.
Yeah, man. I cut myself on this stupid grease can.
That thing right there.
No, the inside dude, bro, right there. Watch out. He's right. I cut my finger. I did cut my finger on this. But this is just as sharp as that edge right there, man. That's crazy. I think y'all probably already know about that. I knew about it too, but
he forgot.
I just forgot. I got my finger in the way. It's going to be all right, though. It's going to be quite all right. Let's see what kind of grease we got in there. Make sure we are pretty much full. I'm putting dog hair and everything in there. Isn't that good luck, Chris?
Yeah, dude.
Just making sure it's full, that's all.
And getting grease in his cut.
Yep, and getting grease in my cut. All right, guys, y'all seen how we put together that last bearing there for the first side of the boat? We're gonna go ahead and put this one together, get the grease on this bearing, put everything together, and put this together real quick for y'all. And when we get back to you, we're gonna be tightening up on the wheels. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We're getting to it. See you later, guys. Hammer. Hammer. Thanks. Grease! Damn, there's stuff flying everywhere.
Alright guys, so we got the whole trailer done and she is ready to roll. So now we just got to clean up the boat, get all the fish and stuff prepared, and we'll catch you on the water next time. So if you're new here, please hit that like and subscribe button. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something if you're here for looking at bearings. But if not, if you're just a normal guy that always watches my stuff, I appreciate you're here. And God bless y'all, and we will see y'all on the water next time.